All right, there was no one there that time. Is DHV stories still relevant in 2019 for Daygame? I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, the real truth about it, because a lot of you are thinking, you know, hey guys, my name is Mystery, and I just want to say that I'm using DHV stories because it's so important. I'm gonna tell her a story how awesome I am, how I'm a leader of men. So get this, lady. I was a leader of a group. I was walking over there with my friends. I'm Mystery, by the way. I'm Mystery. And this guy wanted to fight me. What happened was, when he wanted to fight me, I decided to throw down. I'm Mystery. I'm Mystery. And then, because now I'm talking about protector of loved ones. I'm a leader of the group, protector of loved ones. I took a big risk. I swung at him, and I missed. And then the woman was like on his arms. Now she's on mine. So this story of pre-selection, risk taker. And then afterwards, what happened at the end was everyone shook hands and we're all fine, all friends, a Mystery. Do you know how fucking autistic does that sound? And then if you continue, protect our loved ones, pre-selection, fucking leader, men, women will follow, risk taker. I forgot what the last one was. But that's what it sounds like when you tell a DHV story. Yes or no, does it actually sound like it's trying too hard? Oh, I got a new webcam, by the way. Hey guys, what's up? Who's here? Let's put hi. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? So that's what DHV stories is like in the past. It's always a very try hard, direct kind of story. And does this kind of story work in 2019? I'm going to answer the question. It depends. The real answer is, okay, excellent. It's trying way too fucking hard. This mystery method may have been, good so many years ago, but the way you're telling DHV stories does not work today. I'll tell you exactly why. Imagine women on Tinder is always swiping left. So she has like a defense mechanism for women, a Mystery. By the way, hey guys, how you guys doing? If you're like a leader of men, they're always swiping fucking left. Left, 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 left is a conditioned response. And the best way to really understand this is through the book Influence. I'm reading, by the way. On the very first chapter, they talked about a turkey. A turkey. What happens with this turkey is it's like a mother turkey. If you play in the audio chirping sounds, guess what happens? The turkey will start to take care of whatever is there. It is a conditioned response. Whenever the turkey, you use a stuffed animal and you play audio of the chirping, guess what? The fucking turkey takes care of it because it's a conditioned response. And when women are swiping left on guys and all are rejecting them, guess what? It's a conditioned response. So therefore, the best way to think about it is that it sounds very try hard. Imagine a homeless person. Okay, let's just talk about Asian. Let's talk about Asian guy in 2019 when women have all these years of swiping left, swiping left, swiping left, swiping left. And the Asian guy is like a short fucking fobby 5'4" Filipino, let's just say that. Or maybe like, I don't know, a dark skinned dude. And he's just like, hi, you're cute. And he's telling stories about, I used to be on a trip. I traveled the world. I've done all this cool shit. I got a cool lifestyle. Do you think she really gives a shit in 2019 when she's been swiping left on Tinder? All rejecting guys, like an automatic response, like that fucking turkey. Do you guys think that she will really give a shit or he has no fucking value? Obviously, he has no fucking value in 2019 because every year, the more the woman swipes left, the more difficult the game gets. The more difficult the game gets because women gets validated. It becomes a conditioned response. So what happens is every year that goes by, it becomes harder again, harder again, harder again. So what happens is once you start to, say, oh, by the way, you want to impress her. Like, where are you from? She's like, Poland. I used to live in Poland, in Warsaw, and you're trying to show off. Have you guys ever done that? Because you feel like, maybe if Mystery says to DHV, then she's going to automatically start to like, oh my God, you went to Poland. No, she don't give a shit. She's like, oh my God, this guy is trying to show off. He's just like all the other guys. All the other guys actually swipe left on. Auto fucking rejected. So when a homeless person or low value person, negative stereotype, tries the DHV, that's what happens. So where does the DHV stories work for? I mean, who does it work for? Very simple. If you're a tall, pre-selected white, black, or Latino guy, and women already pre-selected you, you're the top 20% that women are swiping right on. Guess what? Then DHV stories will work. But if you're a negative stereotype, like Asian, a Curry Indian, we're talking about like really negative stereotype, and we're talking about like short black guy, no amount of DHV stories is going to work for you in 2019. It might have worked 3 years ago. Now it's like auto fucking rejection. Do not use DHV stories. I like to think of it as a landmine. Boom. A landmine. How does it work? As soon as you give that DHV story, oh my God, I was in Poland, Warsaw, and I was near Old City. And one thing that happened was I saw this girl. Guess what? Boom. You just got all rejected. And her mind is like, try hard. This is like all the other guys that she's seen on Tinder. All the other guys that are showing off. And you're just like, what the fuck just happened? And now you know, when you talk to her, all of a sudden, she may not even be that fucking hot. But she's gone cold. So no matter how much you tried in the conversation, it's like you can't even revive her anymore. She's like a fucking corpse. It's like, what's going on? Then you try another DHV story, she walks away. I'm going to decode what's happening in 2019. And a lot of you will experience this when you tell DHV stories. 20% of the men on Tinder will bang 80% of the women. This is the sexual market value today. It is not fair. It is not fair. The pre-selected guys are usually taller, white, blacks, or Latinos in most cases. They'll have most of the women. Okay? So for them, it's going to be a lot harder for everyone else. For them, if they tell a DHV story, I'm just turning off the fan because I can hear people outside. It's really fucking annoying. For them, hopefully you guys can still hear me, but for them, what's going to happen is that no matter what DHV story he tells, she's going to be all excited. So what's my solution to the problem? It's not so much about DHV stories, is that you want to tell the DHV stories afterwards. That means during your day game, you're trying to demonstrate your personality, which I'll talk about in the next video. It could be the most important video you've seen all year, the next video or one that's coming up very soon. Okay, it might be so important, the 5 personalities I've only ever talked about on the inner circle. I've never discussed this in public. And for the first time, I'm going to review why personality is like strategy. The inner circle, I can't go into details. It's just too much to explain on YouTube Live. But what can you do for DHV stories? How can you survive in 2019? You're not a pre-selected guy. You're not a tall black or Latino guy. The best way to really think about this is to think DHV stories. So there's 2 spectrum of DHV stories, okay? DHV. Over here is very direct, and over here is very indirect. But I recommend you do not tell DHV stories until you're on an Insta date. Or when you get the phone number closed, you close on Instagram, where you can do all the DHVing you fucking want for your lifestyle. So over here is more direct DHV. That's like mystery. And this is more indirect. A lot of times you might be saying, oh, what ethnicity are you? She's like, oh, I'm Polish. Oh, I've been to Poland. How direct is that? That's pretty fucking direct. It's about here. And if you are a positive stereotype, we just put positive stereotype versus negative. So positive versus negative. If you're a positive stereotype, this DHV could work. If you're a negative stereotype, it's not going to work. So the better way to really think about this is that maybe better put positive stereotype here, POS, and neg, NEG, not as in negging, another mystery method concept. The more positive you are, the more you can DHV. The more negative you are, the more you have to indirectly DHV. So for example, you could say, oh yeah, I remember going to this war memorial or something, and there's a lot of things that they made out of paper. It was really a sad experience when I was in Poland. And it was in Old Town. But anyways, I was saying, right? And then she's like, wait, you've been to Poland? You're like, yeah, obviously, who hasn't? And then you continue your story. You almost make it like an accident. You make it like an accident that you brought it up. You never fucking directly says, hey, look at me. Like, here's a fucking plate. Look at me. I've been to Poland. I'm opening this like a fucking waiter. Look at me. Isn't that cool? You're like validating yourself like a little fucking low value cuck. You know, like a dumb motherfucker. If you're getting this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and like the video. So I know that you guys want me to make more. I'm just gonna tell you guys the real shit. Fuck what all the other white dating coaches and what they're saying. They're talking out of their fucking ass. They're gonna make you hit a fucking landmine. And every single time you try to DHV with a low value fucking person and you try to go direct, guess what? Boom! Your feet gets blown off and she no longer fucking talks to you no more. She doesn't, I mean, like in the, as in the fucking, in the YouTube thing. The YouTube thing. Okay, so however, how do you tell a DHV story? So I just told you, like, talking about Poland. I've been to Old Town, but that's only about over here. About halfway. So you think to yourself, how can I make it even more indirect? Yeah, I mean, Polish people, like, you don't talk about that. I've been there. Or how about this? I had the best ice cream, waffles and stuff. It was in, I went to a shop. It's made out like a special cone or something. And when I was there, they sold in Old Town. And Old Town's like pretty unique, war memorial and shit. When I was in Poland, but I don't like the new area. I think that new area kind of sucks because you got this big dome and everything. It's too modern. I mean, the old one's better. Don't you agree? Yeah, exactly. So you're going more indirect. Right here. So this one's much more indirect than before. And you're like, fuck. Now you can start to slip under the radar. You'd be like, okay. Versus, oh yeah, I went to Poland. How about you? Isn't that cool? Here's the plate. I'm gonna open it. I'm a waiter. Look at this. I've been to Poland. No. When I was in Poland, I have underground subway stations and stuff. Really annoying. How about they have underground subways? And I always get lost. But when I went to Old Town, I had this great ice cream there, waffles and everything. I saw a war memorial. Yeah, I mean, it's really sad, but it's really cool. In some ways, it's joined together, especially when I had like I actually had this energy drink with Mike Tyson on it over there. When I saw it in Poland, it's like really amazing. But anyways, I was saying it's not exactly the place I wanted to be. I think Prague and other places like Riga looks much better. She's like, in her mind, you slipped under the fucking radar. You did not trip the fucking landmine. So therefore, you're even more indirect. You see that? This is some very advanced level game here. Most of you will not understand it, nor the dating coaches yet. A lot of the games I'll be talking about in the future, most people have no idea what Johnny Lee is talking about. Most people will be thinking, I don't fucking get it. Maybe it's too advanced, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So how can you practice this? You practice to see where you fit on a scale. If you're not pre-selected, I would suggest that you DHV afterwards, when she's walking with you to the Insta date, or when you're getting a phone number close and you're using Instagram and DHV. There's no need to DHV, but you can start DHVing during the, when you're in the Insta date. You can be very indirect. No, I like girls who are very adventurous, but last girl looks like you, not the most adventurous. Or, I'm very picky when I go on a date with a girl. My mom is always so picky. She's always like, John, you're always bringing girls home and stuff. And, you never bring somebody with a personality. Do you have a great personality or something? I don't know. I mean, I don't know you that well, but I like to think that you do. Anyways, I was saying, you continue like that. Is a very indirect DHV. That DHV was so indirect, but it was not perfectly indirect. It was only about here. You guys see that? Doesn't have to be long DHV, it can be very short. But the more indirect, the more likely you can slip it under the radar. And you always want to find out from which frame are you fighting from. Are you fighting from husband material? Are you fighting from a same-day lay frame? Are you fighting from a boyfriend-girlfriend frame if you're a positive stereotype? If you're fighting from a positive stereotype frame, like a husband material, and you know that she's into relationships, she's into like looking for a husband and stuff like this. What you're saying is awesome. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. So if you're trying to look for that kind of frame, and she's looking for husband material, you can use a DHV story, relate it to it. And you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about, John? Framing, motherfuckers, framing. So if you know that she's looking for a husband, you can make a story. You know, last time I went to, Chile or something, this woman tried to marry me. She's like crazy as shit. She's a Latina. And she's like, oh my God, like she's from Chile? Like, yeah, she's like half white, half Chilean. You know how they are. They're just fucking crazy, like batshit insane. Let's say she's a Latina. And what happened was that, she tried to marry me for a green card and everything. That's a crazy story. That's my story. And, I'm just saying, although it's wild and shit, I don't know. I don't think I can ever be with another, Chilean woman. When I see you, kind of like, you freak me out a little bit. But you have to make her like you, trust you, and be willing to go home by you. This already establishes the trust. So for a DHV story, early on in the Insta date, you already, remember I talked about 6 frames. Same day late guy, boyfriend material, friend zone social circle, husband material, daddy-daughter frame, high status, celebrity status. And you already got the husband material frame. You already won that battle just by telling that story. Yeah, she has to trust you. I see somebody dropping off because they're too fucking stupid. Too fucking stupid to realize that what I'm talking about here is pure gold and nobody fucking understands what I'm talking about. This is like, hey man, what's up? So basically, I'm like mystery. I'm talking about how doing game, I'm mystery, by the way, that you do a DHV story and what happens is you tell a story that's super try hard. I'm mystery. No, you don't fucking tell autistic stories where you're direct. Okay? Jail, you want to be indirect. You want to be as indirect as humanly fucking possible. Rewatch this video. More indirect, the better. Do not tell DHV stories in Daygame. If you're low value, if you're high value, go ahead and tell them. But be indirect as humanly fucking possible. So that's an upgrade to your game. You're a taller black dude who's got like 20 fucking lays in the army base under my training. I think more than 20 now, but I'll be getting a new watch. I know you copy all my fashion and everything. I'm going to get the Rolex Daytona Rainbow soon. Cosmograph. Has all the colors on it. It's normally a $235,000 USD watch, but I'm going to get like a replica. And it'll be good for YouTube Live. But that's basically it. If you're positive stereotype, go indirect. If not, push it to the Insta date. Use the Instagram clothes. Because a lot of you guys are antisocial. That's why you guys don't like the Instagram clothes. And then afterwards, yeah, that's exactly it. So like I said, how do women think these days? Because like I said, the turkey, when the bird stops chirping, right? Guess what happens with the mother turkey, according to this book. And this is the book that RSD uses, by the way. They'll fuck you over. They know every single tactic from RSD. They're using it to fuck you over, and how they're giving you free advice, reciprocity, less that. The turkey will kill its own baby if it doesn't hear the chirping sounds. And if you put like a stuffed animal with chirping, it'll start to nurture it. You put like a fucking like small animal that's dangerous, but it has a chirping sound. The mother turkey will start to nurture it. So I'm not just a professor of game. I'm also the scientist of game. But yeah, sure, professor, whatever you want to say. But the difference between professor and a person is that I have 407 latent poll testimonials. How many does your hero coach have? The people you put in authority that haven't earned it, that has no fucking day game testimonials, and no one gives a shit about online game testimonials. So 407 versus what? Less than 12, less than 5, less than 3, less than 1 for late. To the whole industry, I got more testimonials than all of you. I'm not just a professor, I'm a scientist. but it's something that this is a process of something that can never be replicated. And when I tell you this shit, it's not because I'm trying to make up shit like Charisma King talking out my fucking asshole. It's because this stuff works. Because this fucking stuff works. Stop being cunts. Stop doing DHV stories. How fucking tryhard do you motherfuckers have to be when you go up to a girl, hi, you're cute, and then you start saying, you know, yeah, I'm so great. Look at me. I'm a club DJ. I'm blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Be more indirect. Stop being a cunt. All right, like I'll continue my story. So basically, look, I'm just gonna be direct. I don't have time for like fucking theories here. This is a science. You do it, you get results. You get results. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up here, so I know that you guys want me to make more, especially those watching later on. So if you know the response is always the same, just like the turkey. Somebody took a thumbs down. Now it's 3 thumbs up. Okay, good. Having said that, if you know that there's an automatic response from the women, okay, excellent. If you know the women will all reject, and the women is kind of like, they're always trying to all reject. They believe that they have a pattern, an automatic pattern of all rejection, okay? Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have bleached my hair. It's kind of like fucking thinning a lot more. But however, I digress. If there's an automatic rejection from like a turkey or something, and that's what they do, is the same thing with women. They reject as soon as they see a personality trait that is rejectable. For example, neediness, DHV stories, validation, compliments, any sort of things that you're trying to qualify yourself and trying to impress her is the same fucking behavior she has experienced on Tinder by a bunch of cunts who are beta cucks, especially like the BBC documentary, a bunch of cucks there, that they swipe left to you. Women swipe left, swipe left. You do any of the characteristics that they swipe left to you, it's game over. No matter how much you try to continue that day game interaction, it is game fucking over. So never, ever, ever, ever DHV. Think personality is a better tactic. Dominance, the characteristics of a high-value person. A high-value person doesn't fucking try to qualify themselves to her. It's more like she has to qualify herself to them. It's the opposite mindset. It's like they're the hot chick. Their very presence and their personality and their lifestyle is a DHV already. And a lot of these cunts are like saying, "Oh, it's just personality, it's just game," you know, just personality is just game. Denying their privileges if they have a cool lifestyle. A cool lifestyle will go in a long way for DHV. Think about it this way: when you close on Instagram, and she sees a cool fucking lifestyle, you're with other women, you're pre-selected, you're a leader of men, you have your risk, you do all this cool shit. Can she deny it? Will she believe a guy who's Asian and says, I've been to Poland, I've been to Kiev, I've been to like Warsaw, I've been to fucking Germany, I've been to Berlin, I've been to Riga, I've been to all these. No, she doesn't fucking believe it. Even if she's European herself, she doesn't believe one fucking word you just said. However, if you close on Instagram and she sees it there, how the fuck could she deny it? Huh? How the living fuck could she possibly deny it when it's in front of her fucking face? So something like the Instagram is a very good way to DHV in. And the problem is that the people don't use it is because they're so antisocial. And I get it. A lot of people these days don't have much social skills because they have comorbidity. Comorbidity means sociopath, narcissism, Machiavelli, Asperger's, ADD, and also like a little bit of fucking whatever else, depression. Because they have all these mental illnesses. They don't want to socialize and they can't get a cool Instagram because they're so fucking anti-fucking social. Build your lifestyle. Stop being an anti-social cunt. And then when you have a cooler lifestyle, you have cooler things to talk about. But at the same time, with the Instagram, you can't fucking deny it. You can create instant conversion just by having a cool Instagram. You gotta think Instagram's like a farm for DHV. It's a farm. Daygame is like hunting. You want to bring the animals from hunting to the farm. There's ways to do that. Instagram is the best way. And it's been working very well for my students. So for DHVing, I hope that you guys learn a lot. Stop doing these traditional mystery method DHV stories. Stop listening to white dating coaches who are just talking out their ass. You just do this and do that. Because when they talk, back in the old days, okay? Back in the old days, really long ago, Super Nintendo, we're talking about. When I used to play video games, I mean, way back then, I grew up with them. So I'm Asian, so I don't play it now, but I used to play it. We will have a different difficulty level from 1 to 8 stars. The more stars you put, the more difficult the computer is. The only thing you can do to beat the computer is maybe do 2 moves. One of them is you jump and you hit them this way. Number 2, you do like a low sweeping kick. Over and over, you do the same 2 fucking moves. That's, in some ways, that's more like a transferable game. When you're low value like me, as an Asian guy, you are playing on the 8th fucking difficulty. The 8th. And when you have these white dating coaches, for example, if you're white, I'm sorry, but your natural status is, you know, if it's up here, positive stereotype is 10 out of 10. This is white. If you're tall. If you're black looking, I don't even care if you're Indian, you look black. Guess what? You're 8 out of 10. You're Latino, you're tall Latino. Guess what? You're fucking 7 out of 10. 7 doesn't mean your tactic. So if you're 10, you're playing on 1 out of 10. That means all the tactics you're inventing, like, oh, if this works, you know, if this worked for me, those will work for everyone else, because, you know, it's all about compliance. It's all about fucking, it's all about like fucking autistic face. It's all about compliance. Therefore, it's like with no fucking facial expression, no fucking, it's all about compliance, about DHV. It's all about compliance, non-compliance. You dumb motherfucker. If you're lower value, there is no fucking, it's a game. It's not a fucking game of volume. It's a game of value. It's not a numbers game. It's a game of value. If you're, like I said, the chart looks is out of 10, money's out of 5, race is out of 10, and game is out of 10. If you're above 20 out of 35, guess what? You automatically will get laid within like a few days. Not very long. Just fucking, they're just what they call SMVing it. They're SMVing it because they have high SMV. Fuck, I'll talk over here. I think it's better to talk back here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. You know. Okay, good. These motherfuckers have high SMV. They're tall, they're good looking, and they're just like, look at me, I have high SMV. I'm putting hands in the fucking pocket. I'm talking, you're hot, you're cute, whatever. No expression. They're just SMVing it. If they make enough approaches, guess what happens? They'll eventually get laid. Because if they're white and they're 8 out of 10 looks, money 1 out of 10, race 10 out of 10, game is like fucking nothing. Because guess what? If you're 10 out of 10 for race and your looks are 8, you only need 2 to get 20 out of 35. That's right. And if you're a black guy or a black looking guy, guess what? You're 8 out of 10 for SMV. If your looks is around like, 7, 8, 16, 15, that's already like 15. Your money is like 1, that's 16. Your game is 4. There's no game. There's no game. If you say you have a cool lifestyle, you have a cool job, you do something that makes a lot of money, guess what? You raise it up again. You raise your status to 9. If you're a club promoter or something, or you do something cool. It's all a number. It's not a numbers game. It's a game of conversion. There's a whole fucking science behind it. And when these guys DHV and stuff, they're just like, they're what they call SMVing it. I can actually predict all the dating coaches, how much lay counts they have, how good are they, how much student testimonials based on their score. And if their score is very low for looks, guess what? They'll use seeking arrangements to DHV. I'm not fucking stupid. You think I don't know you motherfuckers? Justin was ugly as fuck. Yeah. The things that, DHVing, the high-fiving. Yeah, I mean, it's seeking arrangements because he's too ugly. He's too ugly. So it's all a numbers. It's not a numbers game. It's a game of value. It's all a game of value. And you guys are like, there's so much real shit here. No, he's not a professor. He is a scientist. Thank you very much. He finally gets it. So no matter what, you cannot break the science of 20 on 35, no matter how hard you try. You can try to break the formula, but with 407 latent poll testimonials, it's impossible. Nobody has ever broken the formula. So if you want to be smart and you want to DHV, work on your lifestyle, work on all the points that you're lacking. You have to be retarded to not work on your social skills or lifestyle. Because when you think about it, a better DHV is your social skills. Social skills can fit into all the categories. Social skills, if you look at the chart, and this is what people don't get, okay? You should get Elite 30, but here's a chart. Social skills, social calibrations. Let's just say they're 25. Game and persuasion, and fucking emotions. Oh, look at me. I'm a high value motherfucker, right? Like I'm a high value. Let's say this is the value, VALUE, right here. And this is the line of fuckability. But if you're a tall black guy or black looking guy, the credit steal, then you're nearly over the line just by using a little bit of emotions in a shitty amount of game. And if you're like fucking tall white guy, guess what? They have no social skills. They don't need it. They have no social calibrations. They just go direct. They have no emotions. They don't fucking emote. They just move their body language with their goddamn hands in their pocket, and they fucking play a numbers game. They do 50 fucking approaches for one insta date. For me, it's just like one fucking approach. He's in my bedroom because there's like social skills, social calibrations, and you cunts don't realize this. This is 50 fucking % of the fucking chart right here. If you get Elite 30 from Marquez to Hero, you solve this problem. Fuck the emotions. You think Asians have any emotions? They don't even have enough fucking value to emote. They could even fucking connect if you point a gun to their head. And they're like fucking RSD victims, just fucking self-amusement. That's why these RSD victims like to go out there taking fucking action. Oh, I'm taking fucking action, you know? And I'm SMVing it. And all the guys who are Asians are gonna eventually go through like a stage. Okay? They're gonna start to feel like, okay, here's their belief system up here. Let's just say this potential. This is their belief, something like this. Action, results. Okay? P, potential, belief, action. Maybe I got this wrong, but you can kind of see like if you're moving to Australia and you are a fucking minority, you want to go to Melbourne, fuck Sydney. Okay? Okay. Fucking no one here in New Zealand. Like, oh shit. No, go to fucking Melbourne. It's easier. They like the minorities there. I think I know who you are. If you're from New Zealand, are you a short, half Asian guy? You know, the guy who didn't join Inner Circle? I hope that's not you. I'm Indian, bro. Okay, it's somebody else. No, if you're Indian, go to fucking Melbourne. Stop being a cunt. I have so many students there that got results. Fuck Sydney, fuck Brisbane, fuck all these other places. Go to Melbourne. Easier. Your game would level up. They're into like fucking, you know, Asians and Indians and all this other stuff. So having said that, the problem with this numbers game is that when you fucking do it, you think your potential is super high because RSD says looks don't matter, race don't matter. Just join my outer circle. You should be able to see a link somewhere. You know, I have a new Facebook group, guys. It's called Outer Circle. I want everyone to join it. Fuck, I should just put a link to it. Hold on a second. I will give you guys a link so that way you can join the Outer Circle. Especially, excuse me, I have a quick question. You look very nice, and I want to come by and say hi because I'm a stupid cunt. Oh, I disagree with you with this London Daygame bullshit. Oh, Inner Circle costs money, guys. And you guys cannot join Inner Circle because it's so top secret. The stuff I'm teaching here is nothing compared to the inner circle. Nothing. Like the depth of the inner circle is insane. If you think you're learning some really advanced shit today, you're only learning like a fraction of the depth. You can join this one on the Facebook. Look at the link. At this point, look at the fucking link. This is called the Outer Circle. Go ahead and join it. I don't know what to do with the group. I just know I need a Facebook group. I just don't fucking know why. But I like to have all of you there, all 400 and something of my subscribers. So there's in the link. Maybe I should put in the link afterwards. Join my Facebook groups. Don't be cunts. I'm giving away a free Asian course too. So basically, a lot of people are just SMVing it. I'll talk about that in the future video. Inner circle, do you go through conversation? Dude, I go through every fucking thing that you can possibly think of. I go through very advanced level shit. Already joined a few days ago. Sounds great. The inner circle is so advanced that it makes the playbook look like a fucking, like, you know, coloring book. It is that advanced. The strategies have grown into a lifestyle setup, high income skills, advanced level game. And I only teach it for the people that I really trust. That means most of you cunts aren't even invited. If I invited you, consider this as a gift, because most of you have to get laid before you're allowed to join the inner circle. That's why I create the outer circle. You wish you can fucking join the inner circle. These are my best students. And there is one member here from my inner circle that, you know, military guy with 20 fucking lays. So he's one of my members, and I'm very proud of him. There's a lot of people there, and a lot of them are just completely like, they're fucking awesome at Daygame. I'll pick you up before you have the comments already. If I decided to go there, I would. But right now, I have no plans. I don't travel that much. Possibly. One day, if I want to, I'll let you know. I don't have any current plans. I only like your fucking spiders, but maybe. Sounds great. So, having said that, let's continue. So from now on, no more DHV stories. Stop listening to all the other white dating coaches. Like I said, they're playing Street Fighter on 1 out of 10 difficulty, and they're pretending to invent techniques. They're pretending to invent techniques. So they're like, hey, we just do this, and you do that, then you get this result. Because I've got some fucking online, who gives a shit about online testimonials? Online. Does online require social skills? Nope. Does online require social calibrations? No. Does online require any sort of emotions? Nope. Does it require a little bit of game? Just a little bit. A little bit. You must come. Ah, fuck. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. So right over here. So when a guy like me, who has no fucking value, who is basically playing on the 8 difficulty, the most toughest one on Street Fighter, and you only 2 moves work. When I tell you these 2 fucking moves, just like right now, do not use DHV stories. How many fucking times do I have to say, don't use DHV stories? Don't be a cunt. Go ahead and give it a try. How about this? I want you guys to give it a try. Try to be very direct with your DHV stories. Try to be like, oh, you're from Poland? I've been there before. And try it. See what happens in 2019 if you're a negative stereotype. You'll be all rejected. She's so fucking cold. Her pussy's fucking like just freezes up like the fucking ice. She no longer talks to you. She ignores you. She's just like another guy she's just fucking swipe left to in real life. Go ahead, give it a try. Save it for your Instagram. Save it for the, you know, Insta date. Let's see. Any more questions? Because this is all I want to talk about. Stop listening to white dating coaches. They invent techniques. Tall black guys or tall black looking guys, they all invent techniques. It looks like you know that they're inventing shit and it sounds very technical, you know, but they don't know shit. They don't know shit. They're not gonna get any testimonials for Daygame if they live to be 1 million. I'll answer a few questions. I'm gonna go. I don't want to make this go on forever. I want to keep this shorter because a lot of you guys are like watching this stuff. And when I was gone, when I was fucking banned for a week, you guys are finally like, oh, I get to finally watch John's live videos. Just get a notepad. Don't be a cunt and write everything down. You learn so fucking much. You learn so fucking much. I don't see anyone join the Facebook thing yet, but join it soon. You'll learn so fucking much. If there's no more questions, then I'll go. I hope you guys like the new camera. It doesn't look as fucking blurry and shit. So this is a new webcam. So if I'm clear and everything is like, you know, decent, then great. Then great. 6 people left. I don't have much more to say. If there's no, I see no fucking questions. All right. See you next time. Remember, no DHV stories. Fuck DHV stories. Don't try so hard. You're not mystery. Yeah, you know, I'm mystery. When I was going to this place, this other chick was behind me, and this other guy wanted to start a fight. Pretty dead audience, bro. Yeah. Hey, John, I was thinking about wearing earrings. What do you think? You're not Michael Jordan. Don't fucking wear earrings. Like I said, you already wear Rolexes. You already wear nice suits. You're banging the entire fucking military base. Stop trying to fit into the, unless you want to wear earrings, if you want to fit into the same day liaison and wearing leather jacket and earrings and shit like that, I would say no. Stay in the fucking husband material zone. Husband material equals you fuck them all. Okay? Stop being that guy. You might as well wear a leather jacket and shave off your hair until you're fucking bald, right? And just, you know, and just be romantic. Don't be a cunt. You don't do stupid techniques like that. That's not designed for other people. That's not transferable. Stay in the husband material. These white women, they want to fucking marry you. They want to fucking marry you. They hope by having sex with you, one day they'll become your girlfriend. And of course, you fucking, you know, say I'm too busy. And you fuck them all. You just fuck the next one. And then you fuck the next one. And it adds to my testimonials. Anyways, pretty dead audience. It's almost as dead as when you guys give a DHV story and then she stops responding. That's very true. Exactly. Mr. Husband Material. You stay the husband material. The fuck? Husband material is for you. And you know, even if you're black, right? A black man's game, right? The old fucking company's game. Oh yeah, just being like fucking romantic, sexual, or romantic. No, fuck that. It doesn't even work. Just go for sexual connection. You kill it all. Because that's a technique that works for the highest difficulty with the lowest SMV. Nobody gives a fuck about romance. Nobody. That's like one of those. I'll talk about in the future why it's not transferable. This is why they only have like one fucking Asian testimonial, which is not posted, which is why my student got 3 lays in the boot camp. He didn't get a girl. He got from the social circle, a girlfriend, white girlfriend. They got a lay. And also another Indian guy, 1 Indian boot camp testimonial. That's it. In the old style, they only have 1 Indian laid and 1 Asian. That's fucking pathetic. Stop using this, you know, romantic shit. You know, like this. I mean, black people, like, have you noticed Justin Lane, for example? He couldn't even get anyone fucking laid. Ever. You guys should all watch my leveling video because it explains this perfectly. If you guys haven't watched the leveling video, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing with your life. And it seems like people are dropping off. Maybe it's a good time for me to drop off. And also, I just want to talk about this Asian sensation sampler course. Do you know I'm giving away a free course to Asians? I bet a bunch of other people are going to sneak in there and try to get a free course. It's free. It's 40% done. Somebody else is video editing it. When it's done, I'll be sending you guys a login information. And what do I want from you guys? Nothing. You just can't blame John saying John doesn't care about Asian people. John only gets like everyone else late. Actually, I get every race late. This month, all my students are white. All my students are white. Everyone trains under John Elite, every race, because they want results. Every race wants results. They don't have time to fucking theories. They don't have time to cult worship. This is not a fucking cult. Think for yourself. Anyways, that's a fucked up video, but hope you guys learned a lot. If there's no more questions, then I'm going to go. You got one more chance to ask questions. I'm looking at my Autumn Piguet. And so far, I knew a guy who worked with Justin Wayne. He could approach all kinds and get some. Good for you. What's his name called? George Eros? A Latino guy? Looks kind of white. If that's the case, then, you know, he got censored. I've been there. I've been there. No names. He was Hispanic. Yeah, George Eros. White looking guy. Why are you thinking about wearing ripped jeans with white t-shirt and blazer? I think it's fucking awesome. It's like husband material. You want to be whitewashed. Just say I feel sorry for George Eros. Even I've been George Eros. I've been completely censored and, you know, all the credit been taken from me and kept out of the limelight. I know what it feels like. Yeah, I would say he's a good looking guy too. He's a white looking guy. So his game is not that transferable because Latinos, they can't transfer shit. Or it's just testimonials. But, you know, George, I know what it feels like to be fucked over by a Wayne. It always happens. It's always about ego and shit. So I'm going to erase that logo in all of the videos. I don't have time for this bullshit. This tumor repeating itself. Wasn't George like some other guy? You don't know him, low-key. Jorge. You don't know him, low-key. Does it start with a D? I don't think he's that good. He's in California. He's one of my friends. That's the case. Too much validation, too much using Justin Wayne's game. Not impressed. And that's a problem. You should actually see my video on leveling. I try to make a chart. Mike, social, SoCal, whatever fuck. Is that on the left side is like whites, blacks, Latinos, Middle Easterns. It just keeps going down. Asians. If it goes upwards, it means it's transferable on this side. Asian to white to whatever. The further it goes up, the more transferable. The more it goes down, like when you're a Latino guy, you can only get this area laid. Not down here. If you're a black looking guy, even if you're Indian, you cannot get them down here laid because it goes downwards. If you're white, you can get like none of these guys laid in Daygame. Asians, RSD, all these other white game coaches, but they can get their own kind laid. Tall whites and tall blacks. It gets harder as it goes down. So that's what I think, Mike SoCal. That's what I fucking think. So for these guys, when you look at the testimonials for the Waynes, I actually got the most testimonials of all of them. I got 99% of all the testimonials, or 98% of all of them for lays and posts. All right, no problem. Nice webcam, cool. Do you have any students in GoCast or Brisbane? I have like a lot of Australian students, dude. If anything, you have to make an effort. I have to adapt, so my game's not the same. I have to do a lot of social skills and a lot of fashion maxing and extreme level of personality. You got to think like the personality is very different. I was going to talk about this in the future video. There's 5 personalities. Fire is more aggressive. Justin Wayne's like water. It's more like beta and high-fiving and touching. Water can flow, water can crash. I'm talking about the other guy I used to work in the company with. It's more earth. It's more like romantic, sexual. It's more flirting, more emoting. And wind is more natural. The natural game, that kind of game that I can do myself. And void is kind of like a style that you can switch all of them. But the problem with the Justin's game is using water and the other guy's using earth. For Asian men, this style of romantic sexual is a black man's game. Because of that leveling chart is not transferable. It's like playing Street Fighter and only focusing on the techniques when you're playing on 1 or 2 out of 10 difficulty and pretending to invent shit that will never transfer to Asians who have no emotional intelligence. Asians can't even fucking connect. Asians have no empathy. Asians have no fucking ability to care about women. They're narcissistic as fuck. So this is not the style. And when the Asian is trying to touch nonstop and acting beta, he poser, She doesn't see him as a boyfriend material when you're introducing romance. That's the problem with the game. Asians don't fit into the romantic connection. Any romance means auto rejection, just like direct game. It becomes a numbers game of auto rejection. So no DHV stories, got it. Unless indirect, as indirect as humanly fucking possible. It's like, oh, how fucking indirect can you DHV? You know? So you're like, oh, she's like, maybe she likes I don't know, like she likes to go to parties. Yeah, I remember going to a party another day, to the fucking direct. The craziest like thing was horse racing. When I was there, this horse was always like fucking like crashing in nowhere, and I saw a lot of people. It's like they're dressing in a really weird fashion. It's called a Dighton Cup, by the way. But in Vancouver, this is where I was, but I didn't really like it. That's more indirect. But how you can go indirect? You can go more indirect. Yeah, you know, depends. Some parties are better than other places. When I was like in apartments and stuff, they had this really big place, at Golden Stairs, but they're like, I think they're affluent Koreans and Chinese. They're rich as fuck, but I don't really like those kind of parties. But I went horse racings and shit like that, and it's an interesting crowd. But I also been to like this other crowd, right? It's like we went to this Irish October beer fest, and that's the really wonderful place. But I'm not like a heavy drinker, by the way. It's like very indirect. And she's like, what the fuck? You just had 3 DHV stories. Indirect, 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 indirect. How fucking indirect can you guys go? Fuck going direct. Fuck, cool. I like Russian girls. I was in Russia. No, fuck that shit. Fuck mystery. Fuck Justin and Wayne. Fuck all of this positive stereotype dating coaches who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. How indirect can you go? You should make an exercise to practice. You're indirect here, okay? It got here. But I can even go more indirect. You see that? How fucking indirect can I fucking go? Because I reach about here in the last story. But that's not good enough. I could be here and here and here. And then when she asks you about it, she's like, you've been there? I was like, yeah. Anyways, you continue the story. You don't even acknowledge her because you're not here to say, look at me. I'm opening the food here. Here's the plate. Because you're not a cunt. Not here to just show off. Look at me. Look at me. Add me on Instagram. Look at me. Look at me. You remind me of this person on Instagram. Look at this picture. No, you're not trying to be like that. Don't be retarded. Don't be retarded. So I think 52 minutes and 32 seconds. Maybe you can make this an hour and I'll get off here. Because in the future, when I talk about the 5 personalities, is going to be the most game-changing thing you've ever seen in your fucking life. Oh yeah, my hair is back to being brown. Fucking hate black hair. Fuck that shit. So that's DHV. Build a lifestyle. Instagram. Indirect. In the future, for more people, when you're watching this shit, later on, the ones who didn't make it today, give it a thumbs up. So I know you guys are liking it because I'm giving away this tactic. I can go so advanced for everything, you know, and everything works perfectly. It worked for the lowest common denominator. It worked for everyone else. And it's just like the Israeli Krav Maga. When I was learning Israeli Krav Maga, the martial arts, they kick each other in the balls. If it doesn't work for the shortest and skinniest fucking soldier, guess what? It gets fucking discarded. Discarded. So when you look at all these high leveling moves, like playing Street Fighter at the lowest difficulty, and you're inventing shit, guess what? Israeli army cuts it off. No. If you're not in the worst fucking situation, in the middle of a fucking headlock with somebody trying to stab you in front of you, and there's 2 other guys next to you with guns, and you have to get all of that in the elevator, in the worst circumstances, guess what? Gonna remove it. And that's the secret of my game. See, people are dropping off because they're scared. They're pussies. They're cunts. The reality is that is not what you add to the game. Is what you take away. What you add is called knowledge. With my experience for 18 fucking years in the game, you start discarding. Like Bruce Lee said, a sword was useful, discard was not. Add uniquely what is your own. DHV is something I am discarding. Romance is already discarded. It doesn't fucking work. It works for so few people, less than a dozen testimonials for some other people. Even less for Justin Wayne. Less. Because the Wayne game is a black game. It's a black game. You're like, oh, that guy's not black. Yes, he is. Women perceive it that way. That's not really transferable because you have to have the same SMV. That's why I think. And talking about them is very toxic. I feel like talking about them is very toxic. I don't want to be anyone's fucking shadow. Like, I have so much more student results, and my day game system is different. If my day game system was anything remotely like Justin's, and I'd be talking about personality, he's talking about personality, they would have 100 fucking testimonials by now. If it was the same. 100. Not fucking less than 12. 100. No. We teach different things. I've always taught a different system. But fuck them. The more I mention them, the more I mention like a tumor, the more it infects me. I want nothing to do with that shit. I'm very disgusted. Social skills is everything. Social skills, social intelligence. And just wait until the 5 personality video comes out. It'll be the most advanced thing you've ever heard in your fucking life. And for everyone else, you have so much clarity. You start to see all the other dating coaches only have 1 of the 5 personalities. That they're foisting on you that this is the only way. Now I'll be teaching you how Mayweather Jr. wins every fucking fight, 15 in a row. I'm not talking about tactics. Tactically speaking, Elite 30 is the defense of the game, like Mayweather with his Philly shell defense, right? Blocking everything, counter punching. Okay, but that's not going to win the fight. He takes away their best weapons. But when I talk about the 5 personalities, holy shit. All of you will be like, Jesus Christ, John. This is revolutionary. This is the most revolutionary thing I've ever heard in my life. Some people are dropping off. Maybe I'll be dropping off too. Like and subscribe if you're not a cunt. And there's a lot to teach you guys. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back. But what the fuck happened lately? You know, that's what the BBC shared. A lot of dating coaches are going to hiding. And 2 of my fucking same day late videos are striked because they had like sex scenes in it. I left them on my site, not in here. On YouTube, I'll respect to not put that shit here. But if you go to my front page, depends if I'm putting a blog or front page. You'll see it there. You can watch it there. It's like one of them is the full video. You see the sexual connection to the max. There's no gay romantic shit, which is all a rejection. And most of the industry is not like a game of numbers game. There's no numbers game in my teaching experience. It's all a game of value. It's a game of conversions and value. Raise your value, raise your social skills, and you'll find the game is a lot easier. That's all I have to say for today. I hope you guys enjoy spending the time with me here. I hope you guys are educated that DHV stories is evil. Save it for night game or save it for some other fucking Tinder and mirror on date shit. Fuck that shit for dating. Unless you're really like a tall, white, black, or Latino, positive, pre-selected, the 20% that bangs 80% of the women type, don't fucking use it. If you use it, just save it for an innocent day. If you have to DHV, indirectly do it. Focus on personality. Focus on social skills as tactics. Focus on this kind of stuff. And I'll be talking about strategy in the future with the 5 personalities. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's glad to see you guys again after a week. And take care, guys. Oh, yeah, and I also have a second YouTube channel. But I only want Asian men to join it. I want to help the Asian men. I just want to announce that. I figure, why not? You can't blame me for not helping Asian guys because they're so fucking subhuman and they're so pissed off and they're so fucking cuntish, like trigger. I have to create a second channel so they don't get offended. I'll be talking to them like I'm talking to myself when I started in the game. I'm going to help them. I get nothing out of it. I just lose more time of my fucking precious life. I'm going to save the fucking race, Asians. I'm going to save them all. And yes, most of my students, as you can see in my testimonials, John, why is all your students like white, black, Latino, Middle Eastern, and fucking Latino, like fucking short blacks and Indians and Asians? How come you don't have like, how come you're not teaching all Asians? Because they're not fucking stupid. Every race is like, they want the same fucking results. My testimonials are varied. And there's a lot more video testimonials you haven't seen yet. Holy shit. I just have to censor their faces, put them together. Then I have to like fucking recensor a lot of the testimonials because there's just too much fucking sex scenes in it. I feel like fucking even in my blog, I'll show the sex scene, but I'll use my own video player. It takes a lot of memory. I'll just call it dirty version. I have to re-clean everything. Because YouTube are a bunch of cucks. And I get it. I get it. Not that I hate YouTube, I don't. But I can see that I'm going to be focusing more on social skills, social intelligence, that kind of stuff, just in case. Other parts of the game. And I'll be talking about intensely in the other channel. So subscribe to that one too. If I don't say to subscribe, you won't do it. So that's about an hour. Talk to you guys later. Peace. If from Mystery Method, fuck you. I have no respect for you, Mystery. I was there 2 years before you in 2001 in the game, Daygame. You did night game. You're fucking autistic, Mystery. That's what I think. I think you're autistic. Your game has no emotions. It is like fucking, you believe it's like 10 hours of FaceTime. You can reduce it with escalation. You don't know anything about the game. You really don't. Never think inside the mystery RSD box, guys. If you guys try to think inside the mystery RSD London Daygame Justin Wayne box, you're fucked. Because the people that train me, the inner circle of naturals and players, we don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Your game is so shit to the whole industry. It's a fucking joke. And some of these things I'm teaching you is actually from the inner circle, the Indirect, DHV. I shouldn't even be allowed to talk about this. It should be top secret. It should not be released to the world. Use DHV blocker, good for thinning hair. Okay, sure. Thank you. Thank you for that advice. I'm going to look into it. It's starting to thin a little bit. That's what I've noticed. There's less strands and shit. So, fuck. I just bleached this, so it's all fucked up. So thank you for that. I'll look into that. I don't really know where to find it, but DHT is probably like what's causing it. So, let's see what else. If that's everything, then it's time to go. See you next video. And guys, get a notepad and start writing. How about this? I challenge you guys to go back to the old videos, the ones that you missed. Because I was looking at the analytics, right? Just to see how long you guys watched the video. Some of you guys don't even watch it that long. Some of you watch it for like 10 minutes and you fuck off. But there's a million golden nuggets that you can learn. Why don't you actually write down all the fucking golden nuggets in the notepad? That's a food for thought. Right? This is what you do. Okay? If you guys are smart. I would actually play all the old YouTube live videos, okay? But I'll play it 2 times the speed. And write down as many fucking notes as possible. That way you can get through more videos. It's about the golden nuggets. The big idea. It's not so much about every single word or that fucking 10 minutes that you watch it. Get the golden nuggets. Watch all the old videos. They're precious. I might even take them all down. You're like, fuck, please don't take them all down, John. I might one day decide that you guys don't deserve this. I'm giving away too much value. And you guys might think, oh, I can learn everything from John from his YouTube. You ain't learning shit, to be honest. You have no idea what's in here, the experience. You're only seeing a fraction of my game. And that's a scary part. When I teach in the inner circle, it's so advanced that most of you will be shitting your fucking pants. And you probably think most of these dating coaches are, what the fuck are they talking about? This is just the generalized version. This is like the general. This is not like the fucking PG-13 or the fucking restricted version. This is not. The stuff I teach in there is so fucking like in depth that your mind opens up. And you're forever changed for the rest of your life. And the inner circle stuff is top secret. Is not stuff I'll ever teach out there, and is more advanced in the playbook. But you have to earn your right to be part of the inner circle. You guys have to get laid first. Get Elite 30 from hard case to hero. Start there. Don't be a cunt. When you get the social skills down, then worry about the rest later. Worry about the playbook, the fashion, all this other shit. Start with Elite 30 from hard case to hero. This deal is not going to last, but this month, you get $10 off. You can use it towards a fucking haircut or something. So that's all I got to say. All I got to say. Good talking to you. Good talking to you. See you in the next video.